Hi folks, HR Funk here. With something cool from the folks at Olight, what I have here is a Javelot Turbo 2 kit. And this is a great illumination system. In fact, I think it's the new illumination system that's going inside my Jeep because it has a lot of great features and capabilities. And in this video, I'm going to give you a close-up look at the kit. I'll show you some of its performance. And in the end, you can decide whether or not you think it might meet some of your illumination needs. So here we go. We'll start this up-close look at the Javelot Turbo 2 kit with the way you receive it from Olight, which is in the box. And by the way, this is a pretty nice box. This is a latching, hard plastic case. This thing is lockable, and also it even has a pressure release valve right here. So if you're flying with it, you don't have to worry about the box exploding. When we open the box, we can see it is nicely padded. Inside, we find the Javelot Turbo itself. And I'll pull that out of its packaging. There it is right there. Also, there are a number of accessories. I'm going to be taking these out individually and telling you exactly what they are momentarily. The accessories that come with the Javelot Turbo 2 include a red and green slip-on filter that you can use at nighttime to preserve your night vision. I'll show you a little bit of the performance with these two filters later on. There is also a wristband that corresponds with a remote control that's inside this little package. In fact, I'll pull it out so you can see what it looks like. And it also comes with a lanyard, so you can either attach it to a belt or a pocket, or you can use the wristband. There is a mount for installing this light on a firearm. There are instructions tucked in back here at the back, and of course there is a charging cord. Turning our attention to the Javelot Turbo 2 itself, folks, this is a heck of a flashlight. It has a high output rating of 1800 lumens, and with a full battery charge it'll maintain that 1800 lumens for 4.5 minutes, then it steps down 44% for another 130 minutes, and then it steps down another 33% for 2 more hours, another 120 minutes. It has a low output rating of 15 lumens, and at the 15 lumen mark, with a full battery, it will last for 272 hours. And if you want to see the rest of the specifications, I will hold this in front of the camera. You can pause this and magnify it as necessary to be able to read it. The Javelot Turbo 2 is also built to be extremely durable. It has an IP67 rating, so this should be submersible and also virtually dust-proof. It has a drop rating of 1 meter. And I just tested that drop rating because when I laid this down on my bench after completing that last segment, it rolled off and fell just about 1 meter to the concrete floor, and it's still working with no problem whatsoever. By the way, there's that 1800 lumen output. You can tell by the LEDs right there when all 4 are illuminated. That tells you it's on the highest setting. And there is the side-mounted power switch that you see here, as well as a rear-mounted tail cap, so you can also illuminate it from the rear. And when you use that, it puts it on the highest output to begin with, or with a what I'll call a half push on that tail cap, it puts you on the lowest illumination setting. So you also have some control over exactly how bright the flashlight is when you're using the tail cap, as well as the side-mounted switch. With the side-mounted switch, press and hold to illuminate it, and there is a memory in this flashlight, so it illuminates to whatever the last brightness setting was, and then a quick press will toggle through all the settings, and then it goes back to the lowest setting, just like that. This flashlight is also very substantial. It has an overall length of 10.14 inches. The weight is just under 1 pound. It comes in at 15.17 ounces. It's powered by a 5,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery, so that's going to last for many, many rechargings. And when it finally does wear out, you can replace it simply by ordering a new one from Olight. Speaking of recharging this flashlight, there are 2 ways to recharge it. The recharging cord that comes as part of the kit is a USB-C recharger, and when I open this port right here, you can see there is a USB-C charging location right there. It can also be recharged with one of Olight's traditional magnetic chargers, Although one of these does not come with the kit, if you've got a bunch of them like I already do, there's a good chance you already have one of the magnetic chargers that's going to work with this flashlight. But if not, once again, you can order one from Olight if you want one. The remote control that comes with this flashlight is interesting. You could mount this virtually anywhere, and I think this is good for up to 30 feet or thereabouts, and you can activate either intermittently or you can have a constant on with the flashlight. So you could be in a completely different location and activate your light to be able to light up an area if you want to see that area, but you don't have to be positioned right beside it. So very cool. And as I said before, if you don't want to hook this onto a belt loop or something like that, there's a handy wristband that this fits inside of. These slip-on filters that accompany the Javelot Turbo could not be any easier to use. Simply slide them over the lens of the flashlight and you get either red or green illumination depending upon which one you decide to use. I took the Javelot Turbo 2 outside the other night when I was walking Private Chewy, and I decided to illuminate some of the trees back behind my house. And as I show you this, I'm about 60 or 70 yards from this tree line, and I was cycling my way through the different illumination settings. And also I slipped on those two filters to be able to show the difference with those on, particularly at distance. And also, you can use these for walking lights at very close distance if you're just trying to illuminate the ground beneath where you're walking. And with those filters on, you don't have to worry about destroying your night vision. By the way, if you remember this mount that I talked about a little while ago that works with the Javelot Turbo 2, it could not be any easier to use. This is a magnetic strip, actually several magnetic strips right there. The flashlight simply goes through this loop on the bottom and you tighten that screw right there. At that point, you can attach it virtually however you might want to, and it doesn't have to be attached to a firearm. Basically anything metallic that you want to attach this to, and remember that remote switch that I showed you a moment ago, so you could place this just about any place you want to, and it doesn't want to come off there very easily, but you would be able to activate it remotely then using that remote control. The Olight Javelot 2 Turbo is covered by Olight's lifetime warranty. The kit that you see here is considered the Black Premium Kit. This retails on the Olight store for about $254.99, but there are a couple of less deluxe kits that are down around $210, but be sure to check the product page of my website for some information that'll save you some money if you decide to make any purchases of either the Javelot Turbo 2 or any of the other flashlights on the Olight store. So there you go, folks. That's going to do it for my review of the Olight Javelot Turbo 2 kit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments about this video, as always, make sure you forward those to me. Remember, stop by my website, hrfunk.com. Check out the news and information page there to see all the latest things that are going on with me and the channel. And also go by the products page, because a lot of the products that I have reviewed here on the channel have links to the manufacturers on that page. And underneath those links is some information that'll save you some money if you decide to make a purchase. See you next time, folks. And until then, good shooting. Bye-bye.